Hey everybody, Vagrant Gaming, and we're going to try to do some post-match commentary, or recorded commentary after the fact. And I was in a pug in this match, but it seemed like a good idea to still try to work with your teammates, and the guy Kronos, just set him as my focus target. I PvP'd with him a lot. We weren't queuing together, we just went up on the same team, so I figured he knows what he's doing, I'll try to focus fire over him. Now at various points in this match, I'll stop what I'm doing just to help with my teammates. For example, the Sentinel there just jumped on Kronos, so I switched targets, and bam, I helped him focus him down. And a lot of times I will hit my acquire focus target hotkey, and that's why sometimes there's delays when I'm switching targets, because I'll hit the hotkey and realize that Kronos is shooting at somebody else. So right now, kind of pushing back so we can get some room. You saw there, I was just kind of mashing the button for my tracer missiles just so I could see. And try to make the first attempt at capping some, but that Guardian was all over me, so I hit the knockback. And the Sentinel's going after Kronos again, so we're going to switch to him. Now we're going to hit him with Blazing Bolts, get some tracer missile action going, and bang, with a rail shot. Now we see this operative that's on our team is getting chased down by that Guardian, so tried to help put some pressure on him. Then hit the hotkey to see who Kronos was shooting at, and that threw things off a little bit. But it's working because we got the cap, and we, for the most part, have the fight down here on the south under control. This is all going pretty well. So we got a free casting healer, but I'm focus firing off of Kronos to see how much. Got him down to, what's that about? I almost had him to 50%, but it's just not really working. Over on him again, so I'm going to run up, hit the knockback, Blazing Bolts, and between all the focus fire, he goes down pretty quickly. So the thing is that even if you can't get your desired target, like, it would have been great to take out a healer, but keeping your teammate alive, that's more important. So now we're going to put some pressure on this Guardian that's chasing the operative again. Looks like Kronos is probably shooting at him as well. Heat Seeker missiles, more attacks, and he goes down. Now we're focus firing, trying to put some pressure on one of those healers. Looks like Kronos is on Heal You Not, and I'm going after Mitra, which, by pressuring both simultaneously, at the very least, it keeps them from cross-healing each other, which can be pretty handy. And we've got Heal You Not. So now Mitra looks like is there the only healer here, possibly. So now I'm going to put some pressure on Mitra. I know I did notice that before, but Vixus, the Sage, is probably doing some off-healing. Mitra's very close, so now we're going to chase a little bit, which probably wasn't a good idea. Because now there's too much attention. But we hit the knockback, hold the line, and make a break for it. And this shadow was all over the sniper, so we're going to try to back up the sniper. The Sentinel's giving chase, but we're kind of kiting. And now it looks like everybody's switching over to the Sentinel, so we'll switch over. And that's the end of the Sentinel. So now back on that shadow that was chasing our sniper. Trying to get some more pressure on there. But didn't get the job done because the sniper just got taken out. And now the shadow noticed me, which isn't good. So just hit a couple of defensive cooldowns. Looks like the shadow switched over to somebody else. And in the melee, we lost south, so we're going to try to recap that real quick. Nobody's noticing me yet. Doing alright. Oh, Mitra spotted me. Good eye on Mitra. And we're just going to run back to avoid the demolition rounds. Sorry, mortar volley. Tried to throw some DPS, but he successfully kited around the corner. Now we're going to go back and try to cap some more. Everybody's focusing on the people inside the bunker, so that worked out pretty well. Spotted me at the last second. and they've got one of theirs and one of ours, like, wrestling for it. We interrupt that guy, and it looks like Dead Vein was able to finish the cap with a bit of an assist. So now we're going to focus on Mitra. Going to put some pressure on Mitra to keep her from healing. And looks like there's a sneaky guy in the bunker, a shadow. We don't want him recapping that. And didn't catch his name in time, but that sentinel was really low, so a couple of shots and the sentinel had to respawn. So now we're focusing on Sorel, and it looks like, yeah, Kronos is attacking him as well. So between the two of us, we can do a lot of damage. And looks like, oof, Sadarin. Ooh, 15k shot, not bad. Sadarin was putting some pressure on me, but Kronos was there with the save. So driving back Mitra again. So one healer's pushed back. They kited around the corner. And Mitra looks like they came back, but they weren't able to out-heal. It looked like there was 4 of us on that guy. So now we're trying to put a bit of pressure on Mitra again. That's the AoE party where I hit the, I think it's called Fusion Missile. It does some light AoE damage, and then if you chase that with Death from Above, ooh, nice 12k crit. If you chase one with the other, you can do a decent amount of AoE damage. It's something to write home about, but I just really like doing it. It's like one of those habits that got picked up. It's just my style. So now backing up Kronos, getting rid of that Sentinel. Looks like he got rooted or something, or at the very least slowed. And now we're going to run around the corner a little bit. There's a fusion missile, there's Death from Above, the combo, but it looks like they split up a little. Oh, and then I got lifted. Pop the stun breaker, and now we're backing up Kronos. No? Switching over. Okay, switching to heal you not. Probably should have tried to help Kronos out, but it seemed like a good idea to put some pressure on that healer. Might get him. It's getting close. There we go. Alright, so now, going after the Sentinel. So Kronos got taken out, unfortunately. And right now we're trying to help out the operative here while still sort of keeping an eye on the bunker. It's not really working out that well. It looks like there's 3 of them on me. And I hit the rocket punch just for the root to slow down one of them, but sadly there were still 2 more. These things happen. Alright, gonna skip ahead just because there's no point watching it. Okay, we're getting back in action, and Kronos is on that shadow, so we're gonna help him out. He's doing a good job on his own, and the operative jumped in. So between the 3 of us, we did alright. And it looks like Vanakovia looks like they're also healing. Now, that was a mistake. When they were casting lift, I should have just run around the corner to break line of sight, but I just took it, and I wasn't paying attention if I used the stun breaker there or not. Looks like I did. Yeah, doesn't matter. Now we're just chasing Mitra, and now we've got, looks like a Guardian possibly heading up to our bunker. Guardian and Marauder. Nope, not Marauder. Sentinel. Keep getting the faction names mixed up. So now we're kind of pressuring them, keeping them well away from the node. Might not be the best strategy, but we're doing all right. So we're taking a bit of a risk. You know, sometimes you just go with the flow as far as what the crowd is doing. Better to fight with a group than on your own, and that worked out. They didn't sneak somebody past us, and we held our ground. And there's a couple of more coming down, possibly. So let's just skip ahead a little bit. Okay, back in action, and Vanakovia is pushing up towards us. I threw some cooldowns, turned out to be a little bit of a waste. That cooldown I popped, I think it's like Chaff Flare or something. I forget what it's called, Imperial side. But basically it gives you 5 charges that will absorb tech and force damage. So if a Sage or Sorcerer is bearing down on you, hitting that move early will negate the first 5 attacks that they hit you with, which isn't bad at all. But he wound up getting stunned right after it, so it was a bit of a waste. Alright, so bit more downtime, so we're going to jump back in
ahead.
action. We've got 3 incoming. Our operative tranked one of them. So they're just kind of chilling out. And here comes the first one, which is the Sentinel. I popped hold the line early because the leap is coming, Guardians, Sentinels, the first thing they do usually is leap. So by getting hold of the line, by the time your feet touch the ground, you're hopefully a good 5-10 meters away from them. Hopefully at least 10 meters, because that will kind of delay them cutting into you. So now the Sentinel's down, so now we got Sorrel, but it's pretty much all of us on one guy. He's level 51, so he's got some defensive cooldowns, but I mean, between the 3 of us, that and the match ended. Saved by the bell. So yeah, a lot of times I focused on either peeling for or focus firing off of Kronos over the objectives at some points, but because it was a pug, I was just kind of practicing. And it worked out half decent. We did some decent damage, and as a bonus, we won. So, hopefully that bit of commentary was helpful to some of you guys, and we'll see you next time.